Hi guys, it's Andy from Estella's Revenge, and I'm here with a big ass book haul, which is really not what I had intended, because I was officially on a book buying ban in October, and I think I probably have 20 new books from my book buying ban. Now, in my defense, a couple of these were book group books. A couple were admittedly impulse purchases, and there's a very large stack from Half Price Books because they have a clearance section that is $1 to $3 for all of their clearance books. And so the upside of this is that I got them super cheap. The downside is that I added 20 books to my TBR when I was supposed to not be buying more than 3. And I also bought some ebooks, but those are easier to forget about because they're on my Nook, so that'll be a different video. So here we go. First and foremost, we have The Slinks by Tatiana Tolstaya, translated by Jamie Gambrell. And this book is for the International Reads book group, which is a new kind of, excuse me, I had a pop-up on my screen. It's a new international book group for booktubers. And so I'm not going to tell you a lot about that right now. That'll be its own video. But this is the first book that we're reading. From a wonderful blogging friend, I received Princesses Behaving Badly. This is real stories from history without the fairy tale endings. So, princesses behaving badly, just like it says, doing naughty things. We also have the second book in the Flavia Duluth series, The Weed That Strings the Hangman's Bag. I absolutely love the sweetness at the bottom of the pie, and I cannot wait to carry on with this series. So those were the books that I bought that were reasonably within bounds. Like, I usually let myself buy like 3 books a month. This big bad stack that I'm about to introduce you to are the ones that I bought on clearance. They're fabulous, but I shouldn't have bought them. So first we have Small Wonder. This is Essays by Barbara Kingsolver, and I have actually not read any of Barbara Kingsolver's fiction, which she is most famous for. I read Animal Vegetable Miracle several years ago, loved it, and so I've wanted this collection of nonfiction essays for quite some time, and I was thrilled to find that for $1. I have read and enjoyed 2 of Toni Morrison's books. I really enjoyed The Bluest Eye. I was thoroughly confused by Beloved. I mean, I got the point, but I was young and stupid, and I think I could probably get more out of it now. So when I saw Sula for $1, and when I saw Song of Solomon for $1, I thought, you know what? A new American classic, author, gotta have them for $1 each. I've been on a bit of a nonfiction kick lately, and so I picked up Mennonite in a Little Black Dress, a memoir of going home, and that's by Rhoda Jansen. And I've seen this on quite a few blogs. I don't know a ton about it. I just remember the name because it was quirky and the cover. But it's a short book, quick read. It was $1. Had to have it. I also picked up Tender at the Bone by Ruth Reichel, and I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly. She is a very famous food writer. She's been a food critic for the New York Times. She's written several memoirs. I want to say this one was possibly her first memoir. I've been teaching an essay out of this book for years and years and years to my composition classes. So when we talk about narrative and descriptive essays, we read The Queen of Mold, which is a chapter from this book about her mother's iron stomach and the fact that she will basically serve anything. And Ruth Reichel kind of sees it as her goal and her duty in life to save people from that fate. So she became a food writer. So hilarious, thoughtful. I cannot wait to read this. I also picked up, and this is a bit of a gamble, Her Fearful Symmetry by Audrey Niffenegger. I adored The Time Traveler's Wife. I've seen very iffy reviews of this book, but I'm willing to try and see for $1. I also picked up My Antonia by Willa Cather. I love Cather. I have read this book. I just don't own it. So I thought this beautiful Penguin Great Books of the 20th Century edition needed to come home with me. Now we're getting into the hardbacks. When You Are Engulfed in Flames with No Dust Jacket by David Sedaris. I really enjoy David Sedaris. I have already read this book. I just don't own a copy. So I thought that was time. I also have Salvage the Bones by Jessamine Ward, and this won the National Book Award. And I have put off reading it because there is an element of dog fighting, apparently. But I've had several friends tell me to not let that put me off. The bigger picture is a family living in New Orleans when Katrina comes through. And so I'm really excited to read this book. It's gotten nothing but great reviews, and Rinsey from Rinsey Reads, I think, also reviewed this book. I also picked up Mr. Rosenblum Dreams in English. And this is by Natasha Solomons. And I don't know a ton about this book. It's a favorite of one of my really good blogging friends. And so when I saw it, and it was a great price, it's in great condition, and it sounds like a story that I'll enjoy, I thought it would be a winner. And last but not least, since I enjoyed Mudbound by Hilary Jordan recently, and it was the winner of the Bellwether Prize, I could not turn down Running the Rift. And this is by Naomi Benaron. Benaron? I'm not sure how you say it. And this is about, I believe, a family in Africa. And it's about, yes, Rwanda dreams of becoming his country's first Olympic medal winner in track. And so, yeah, I was so impressed by the Bellwether winner, Mudbound. I knew I had to get this book because I'm certain that it will be fabulous as well. And it's a beautiful hardback copy. I really could not turn it down. It was a great price, and I've never seen this one on clearance before. So, I also picked up several books, picture books from my little one. He has enjoyed those thoroughly, as you can imagine, and I have some reading to do, so I'm going to go do that now. Thanks for hanging around for my big-ass book haul. Bye, y'all.